Good morning, students. In the last video, we have started the simple present tense and present continuous tense. In this video, we will do present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. So let's see what are the uses of the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used to show actions that have just been completed. Now here you'll have to pay attention. There is a difference between the use of present perfect tense and simple past tense. Simple past tense we are using for those actions which started in the past and finished in the past. There is no relation of that action with the present. But present perfect tense we are using for those actions which started in the past but its effect is still going on in the present. Means the action happened in the past but its result is affecting the present also. Somehow the action is related with the present also. So the first rule is the present perfect tense is used to show actions that have just been completed. Means a few minutes ago it has been completed. In the present it is not happening. It has completed few minutes ago, but the effect is still there. Like he has completed the homework just now. Means what? Finished recently. Okay? Just. These words like just, yet, they are used in present perfect tense. These are the indications of present perfect tense. Next is, we use the present perfect tense to denote a past action, the result of which still continues in the present. As I told you earlier, that action started in the past, it is a past action, but the result is still continues in the present. Like the students have solved all the problems. Now the problems have already been solved in the past, but now there are no more problems to solve. Rita has washed the dishes. It has already been washed and there are no more dishes to wash. Third is, we use the present perfect tense to denote repeated or habitual actions. Like Rahul has visited his cousins often. She has written to the principal many times. Here often, many times, these words what they are showing that this action is repeated or habitual actions. So for those actions we are using present perfect tense. We use the present perfect tense with adverbs of frequency like often, occasionally, etc. and with expressions like several times to denote repeated action. It is very similar to the previous one. With adverb of frequency like often, occasionally, etc. we use present perfect tense. Okay, and we use the present perfect tense in news broadcasts. Like the government has drawn up several plans for the upliftment of the villages. For the news broadcast, we are using the present perfect tense. Now next is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used to link the past action with the present. It is used to show that an action that began in the past is continuing up to the present time. Okay, now what is the difference? In present perfect tense we are talking about those actions which started in the past and its effect is still showing up in the present. But present perfect continuous tense is what? The action started in the past but it's still going on in the present. That's why it is perfect also and continuous also. Like we have been listening to the lecture for the past half an hour. It means what? The lecture has started half an hour before in the past, but still it is going on in the present. That means we are still listening. Now next is, we use the present perfect continuous tense to denote a repeated or uninterrupted action. We do not use this tense when we mention the number of times an action is done. Example, he has been asking me to lend him my bicycle. Now it is what? It is repeated action. Means so many times the person was asking. Okay. But when the number is denoted, the how many times it has been asked, there we will not use the present perfect continuous tense. But you remember one thing, for repeated or uninterrupted action, we are using present perfect continuous tense. Now, come for the sentence structure. For the present perfect tense, we have the sentence structure of subject, has, have, V3, object. Means subject like he, has or have, that you will use according to the subject. If the subject is singular, you will use has. If the subject is plural, you use have. V3, verbs, third form. I have already told you about the concept of the 5 forms of verb. So here we are going to use, in present perfect tense, we always use verbs, third form, and the object. Now see the examples. He has just gone to the market. Positive sentence. He has not done the breakfast yet. Negative sentence. I have used the word just here and the word yet here. What it means? Both of them are showing that the action is related to the present also. Means just finished. Recently happened. But just we always use for the positive sentences. Don't use just for negative one. And yet we always use for the negative sentence. Don't use it in the positive sentence. Okay. Now next is present perfect continuous tense. What is the sentence structure of that? It is subject plus has, have plus been plus V4 plus object. Okay. Why it is V4? Because it is perfect continuous. Perfect continuous, has, have, and verbs fourth form. Like he has been learning guitar for 2 years. He has not been attending classes since Monday. Now, you have understood this one, that we are using present perfect continuous tense for those actions which started in the past and is still continuing in the present. So, but you should know that we are using for and since in this tense. How could we judge? How could we come on the conclusion that where we'll have to use since, where we'll have to use for? So there is a concept behind that. Since use when we are showing the point of time, and for we are using when we'll have to show the period of time. Now what is point of time? When you are talking about the exact time. Like I have used Monday here. He has not been attending classes since Monday. Monday is what? The exact day I am giving you. Like another example, like he has not been attending classes since morning, evening, like that, the exact time. Okay. But for is period of time. Here the exact time will not be shown, but the total period will be shown. Like he has been learning guitar for 2 years. For 2 years, the period of 2 years. But which 2 years? Whether it is 2010, whether it is 2011, that exact time is not known. The exact point of time is not known. Okay. So where the exact point of time we are using, there we will use since. But where we will use period of time, there we will use for. Okay. If suppose there will be no Monday, if there will be 1 week, so here we will not use since. Here we will use for. So this is the difference of using since and for. So this part, the whole sentence structure, I will put a snap on your assignment. You will note down in your copy. That is it for this video lecture. Thank you everyone.